Dead by police. That department has released dash cam video showing what happened in the moments before the shooting. Now take a look at this video. Toledo officers say that they were working surveillance on Lamar Richardson, who they believed was a person of interest in a string of robberies. When those officers approached him, he took off. When they caught up to him, they claim he had a gun in his waistband. Now, that is when two officers shot and killed him. Now, video from Javante Anderson from the Toledo Blade shows what happens next. You see that large crowd there. They started gathering at the scene, demanding answers from police. And rumors about what happened started running rampant. Those people say the man was killed, had his hands up, and was on his knees. Police say that's not how it happened.
Police officers don't want to shoot anyone. It's one of the hardest things that an officer can go through in their career, and not very many do. His hands up in the air, I think people are upset, and they're just yelling out misinformation.
Now, police say they did recover a gun found on Richardson. No word on if he fired any shots.
I didn't even look at them as police officers. I looked at them as serving the community today.
A family's darkest day becomes a group of officers' brightest moment. 4 Cleveland police officers put service first as a family endures an unspeakable loss. Jordan Vandenberg has the story you'll see only on 5.
The Cleveland Police Department's 4th District is notoriously known for being one of the most active in the city. But today, a group of 4 officers saw one family's need for support and made them the priority.
It's the Beacon on West 65th, a place to come as you are. At New Beginnings Ministries,
Nobody leaves away from here hungry.
charity is much more than a wicker basket.
It's not what you do in the church that matters so much, it's what you do outside the church.
Like the stories told through stained glass windows, service is ingrained in Pastor Gregory McCurry's congregation. What it means to be charitable is something he can easily recognize.
We do have some good police officers out here. Today, I witnessed 4 of them.
It's the call no minister and no police officer wants to receive. A family had just lost their young daughter. When McCurry arrived Saturday morning, he was met by these 4 officers.
I've never seen this before in my life. I've been around in the streets, I've seen them interact with people, but when I got there, these 4 officers in the 4th District, they wrapped themselves around that whole situation.
The pastor says the officers counseled, consoled, and comforted the family for hours. Long after the coroner had left, they stayed, prayed, and took the family in as their own.
I mean, they were acting like a minister.
The officer said they'd come back to check on them. They did more than that. One brought pizza, another brought soda, and another brought ice. A meaningful measure of comfort. Lunch was on them.
They set it up for the family. They came back out to make sure everything was okay. And I've never seen anything like that before, where officers were on the scene, left the scene, got their money together, and came back to make sure that that family didn't have to worry about that. That was charity today.
The pastor felt compelled to capture the moment anyway and share it online, showing that those who protect also serve, and that charity can sometimes come from a badge.
It wasn't a badge, it was his heart. And that's what made the difference today. It wasn't so much as what was on that badge, it was what was behind that badge, which was those officers' heart for that situation today.
McCurry says his congregation plans on writing a thank you letter to the 4th District and plans on presenting the officers with a plaque to simply show their gratitude. Jordan Vandenberg, News 5.